Hey folks, my name is Aaron W. Chen and I am from Composed and Focused Studios. This is another vlog from Seattle, and if you know me or you've seen these videos before, welcome back. If you don't know me or haven't seen these, basically I came up to Seattle to attend Flatiron School's data science bootcamp. I formerly had or actually do still have a PhD in chemical engineering, and I just wanted to do a career change. So applying my hopeful intelligence to learn a new skill and also get some photography stuff in while I'm here. So yeah, every week I do a vlog, and it starts off with a review of my favorite photos from the previous week. So this is the vlog for week 8. So previous week, photos from week 7. To be honest, I didn't actually take a lot of photos during week 7. Blessing and a curse, I guess, because it meant I didn't have to think very long for which of my photos are my favorite. Um, so the 3 I liked from week 7, starting off with this one. It's a black and white photo of some power lines, and honestly I walk by the scene every morning and I really like it. It's just something about the simple silhouettes, and I just keep hoping that I can be under there when a bunch of birds fly over, or maybe a plane, to give something else of like visual interest in the background. But every time I haven't been lucky. Birds and stuff do fly over there, it's just I haven't been in the right spot at the right time to capture the image. For photo 2, I really like this bike rack that I saw in Capitol Hill. And I liked it because you can see all the like maybe popular forms of transportation in Seattle. So you've got the bike, you've got the e-scooter, you got a person just walking by in the background. But I like the juxtaposition with the very broken wheel that's kind of dead in the center of the bike rack. I kind of want to go back and reshoot this, to be honest with you. I wanted to play around a little bit more. I actually just got this new lens, so I'm really curious if I can get maybe shallower depth of field at this bike rack. Maybe cropping a little bit tighter, although I did like the pedestrian in the background. The reason why I didn't play around more was that this is nighttime and it was Capitol Hill, and I noticed like people were starting to look at me weird, and I didn't want any of that business. So if you haven't seen these videos before, in my weeks in Seattle, I have been challenged to fights by a few street people, and I'm kind of getting sick of those interactions, so I try to remove myself from the situations whenever I can, and it felt like that was going to be this like scene where I was getting a photo was going to turn into one of those situations. I'll try it again later, hopefully it'll calm down. My favorite photo from week 7 is this one. This is of a former public phone booth, which is also on Capitol Hill. So I really like the strong framing and the geometry provided by the form of the phone booth, and I like the juxtaposition of the color. There's like purple and green, and I also like the kind of odd mixed message where someone's asking someone named Jersey to call them, and this phone booth very clearly doesn't have a phone in it anymore, so you can't really call from there unless you have your own cell phone. But then why would they be checking inside a phone booth? I do hope that Jersey, I don't know if they're probably not seeing this, but if they are, I hope they got the help they needed, and got in touch with whoever's looking for them. Yeah, that's the best I can hope for, I guess. So that concludes photos from the previous week. Next section is what we did in the boot camp this week. So for week 8, we actually did a review of math, like a lot of math. To be honest, I felt this week was maybe a little bit boring. I say this with a little bit of hubris because I did forget a bunch of my the knowledge I'd learned. Basically, this week was a review of just straight up math. We did calculus, multivariable calculus, some differential equations, and linear algebra, and I did forget some stuff, especially when I was asked to write an answer on the whiteboard. I just went, oh no, I don't remember this. Yeah, why did we learn this stuff? Well, it's useful to know because a lot of the machine learning models will actually use some of this stuff in the background. So machine learning models will try to do something like, here's a prediction, here's the actual value. how can I adjust the parameters so that the prediction and the value get a little bit closer over all the points of interest that we're looking at? So that ends up creating a loss function, and the computer will try to minimize the loss function in order to get the ideal answer. Now, when you find the minimum, what you've actually done is set the derivative equal to 0 or close to it. So that's where calculus comes in. And since we're playing with multiple dimensions now in machine learning, like up to like 10,000 columns or something like that, that's like pretty normal. That means we have to do multivariable calculus. And to try to rearrange for some of these equations where we might be doing some differential equations. And lastly, in order for the computer to understand it, we have to put it in matrix form. So we end up doing linear algebra. So it's pretty cool. It was shocking to basically learn / get a lightning round introduction to this stuff in like 3 days, because I definitely studied this stuff for years. I'm realizing though that studying for years meant like memorizing a bunch of stuff, or trying to like memorizing integrals and derivatives, practicing them over and over again, and then getting really good with them at the time. And turns out like when you get a computer to do the numerical solving, you don't really need to memorize all these rules anymore, but it is good to know them. And next section of my vlogs is the exploration section. Or actually, I should back up. So the next week, week 9, we end up covering some other stuff. It was a project. Towards the end of week 8, we started learning some time series data, and week 9 we actually applied using time series data to make our predictions, but I'll cover that later. Normally with my vlogs I do a section where I talk about the exploration from this week, because you're not necessarily all here to hear about what I did during while sitting inside an office or a lecture hall. So I would like to show off the cool stuff I saw outside of the classroom. So for exploration during week 8, you can check out these little clips I've put together here.
Alright, good morning. I'm using my gimbal. I just got out of the gym, and I am walking around like an idiot doing selfie vlogging. Cool. I don't know what happened here in Capitol Hill, but a bunch of like trash cans and stuff are toppled over, so that's great. Okay. I'm gonna try to record some footage before class, but I am late. And I gotta finish eating. Yeah, I'll talk to you later. Okay, so it's really loud, but I'm passing under the convention center, and this is where PAX was. I guess there's not much going on today. It's usually really busy. There's some sort of convention or something going on. Sorry, I'm like shifting around a lot because I'm still not used to how this gimbal works. There's usually some sort of conference going on. I don't see a lot of people here today, but it might also be because I am late and it's like 8:45. Okay, so it is the day after yesterday. It rained this morning, and it looks kind of pretty. It's not raining right now, and I am still walking on my way to class, and I am still a little late because I was getting tickets to a job fair. Okay, I'm about to walk by Starbucks. I'm not gonna stop in, but that's where I am. All right, check in later.
And basically, we did get some crazy weather. I tried to take you along for some of my daily routine stuff out of the gym. Um, but the craziest thing and the most fun thing was I actually went to Mount Tenerife and I climbed up to Tenerife Falls and then came back down. I ended up getting so much footage from that that I'm gonna put that in a separate video because this one's already getting long enough. So yeah, that leaves plenty of time for typical YouTube stuff. If you like this, hit the thumbs up. If you didn't like it, you can hit thumbs down. If you want to reach out to me, you can hit me up on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and all those are linked in the descriptions below. Or you can leave a comment below. That's cool too. If you think someone would like this, share it with them. And if you want to see more of what I'm doing, especially up in the Pacific Northwest, please consider subscribing so you can see all the other stuff that's coming down the pipe. That's pretty much it for this week. Let me just check my notes. That's it for this week. I will see you fairly soon, especially with that Tenerife video. And if not, then during the review of week 9. Until then, later. Bye.